Hello, Sylvia here, nutrition and fasting coach. I wanted to come here and share the little experiment I did this morning, because if you have seen the story I posted yesterday, you know that we have cake in the house. We have a delicious birthday cake in the house made by unbelievable Jen Hines. Thank you so much. She's a friend of mine, and she's so talented. This cake was just as delicious as it was beautiful to look at. So, of course, we had leftover cake in the house. And when you're watching your glucose, I'm wearing a glucose monitor, a continuous glucose monitor, and wanting to avoid the glucose spikes. And today was a non-fasting day for me, so I had breakfast. So I wanted to, we were gonna have cake for breakfast. And how am I going to do that without spiking my glucose? So first of all, I started my breakfast with some plain yogurt. It's a Greek yogurt, full fat, and I mix in basil seeds. Basil seeds are an amazing source of fiber. They have 15 grams of fiber to 2 tablespoons. So mixing that in the yogurt gives it that extra fiber. I had raspberries and walnuts with my yogurt. That was my breakfast. And after the breakfast, I had a rather large piece of cake. Delicious. And so now, how am I going to avoid this to really be affecting my glucose and set me up for cravings throughout the day and not feeling good, feeling sluggish, and all the things? Since I had this so early in the day, I don't want to affect my whole day. So what I did was I went to the gym and got on the rowing machine. I did a moderate intensity. I could still talk fairly easy, and for 20 minutes. I probably started my workout a little bit too soon, because my glucose actually went down when I started rowing. But when I started out, it was at 83. And it came down to 69 at one point, but it started coming back up. So I stayed on the rowing machine for about 20 minutes, and then I moved on to strength training. So today I worked my legs. I did some leg presses, deadlifts, hip thrusts, some leg exercises, and my glucose started to stabilize around in the mid 80s somewhere. And towards the end of my strength workout, I started seeing that it started rising again. And now is probably when the cake hit my bloodstream. The sugar from the cake started getting into my bloodstream. I had delayed it so far. That was over an hour after the meal when I started to see the effects of the cake. So I got back on the rowing machine to continue the workout. And still just a moderate intensity. Still able to talk, but maybe a little harder than before. I wanted to keep going to the point where I saw my glucose come back down again. So I stayed on for about 15 minutes, because that's how long it took, just at moderate intensity, and then I saw my glucose come back down. So it went all the way up to 100, and then it started coming back down. So that's what it took for me after eating a breakfast and then having a large piece of cake to control that glucose. And this is the things that we work on in my metabolic reset program, where my clients are wearing a glucose monitor like this. So you can see in real time what's happening in your body, how your body responds to the food you eat, when you eat it, in what order you're eating the foods, what activities you do. All these things impact how your body responds. So to become metabolically efficient, which is what we want. We want to be insulin sensitive and metabolically flexible. And you do that by controlling those spikes. The less spikes, the better. So what I did today was that I was able to enjoy a delicious piece of cake, and I'm not going to have cravings from that cake later today. None of that cake went to get stored as fat. It was just simply made into glucose. It was instantly pushed into my muscles as energy as I was doing my workout. So that's a simple tricks that you can do to avoid those spikes. If you have indulged in anything like anything sugary, high carb, move your body. That's my best tips for that. If you want to learn more about how my metabolic reset program work, I would be delighted to chat with you. Send me a message and we'll do a free non-obligation consultation. It's really, really such a great tool to have a CGM on and see exactly what's working in your body in real time. So let me know if you want to learn more about this. I'll be happy to chat with you. Until next time, bye bye.